Two people, both 68 years old, both retired, same neighborhood, same medical history. One wakes up every morning with a lightness in their step, skin a little brighter, mind a little sharper. The other struggles to find motivation, fights brain fog, feels increasingly disconnected from their body. What's the difference? You won't believe me at first, but stay with me. It's not the diet, it's not exercise, it's masturbation. Yes, you heard that right. Masturbation. After 60. The very thing we were told to be ashamed of, hide, forget. It might just be one of the most natural, healing, and powerful acts you can do for your body and your brain as you age. This video isn't about shame, it's about truth. Because here's the truth. We age, we change, but we don't disappear. Our bodies still feel, our minds still need connection. And yes, pleasure, intimacy, and sexual health are not just for the young. The science behind self-pleasure is truly fascinating. Recent studies have shown that engaging in regular self-pleasure can have significant health benefits. It can help in reducing stress, improving mood, and even enhancing overall well-being. In fact, the science is starting to show something remarkable. Regular self-pleasure after 60 could play a key role in preventing depression, improving sleep, balancing hormones, reducing chronic pain, and even boosting your immune system. And yet, no one's talking about it. So today we are, because you deserve to feel good. Let's begin. When we hear the word masturbation, we flinch, especially in older generations. For many, it's a word wrapped in guilt, silence, even fear. We were raised to believe it was dirty, dangerous, something only teenage boys did behind locked doors. But let me tell you about Grace. Grace is 72, widowed 6 years ago, still active, still curious. She once told her granddaughter she hadn't felt a real sense of aliveness in years, until one night alone she decided to reconnect with her body. Tentatively at first, then more confidently. She started sleeping better, her moods improved, her arthritis pain eased up, and when she mentioned it to her doctor, he quietly admitted, "I wish more of my older patients did the same." The biological benefits of self-touch are profound. When you engage in this act, your brain releases a powerful cocktail of chemicals, dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These aren't just pleasure chemicals, they're healing chemicals. They reduce inflammation, they lower cortisol, your stress hormone, they support brain function. It wasn't magic, it was biology, because every time you touch yourself with love, your brain releases a powerful cocktail of chemicals, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. These aren't just pleasure chemicals, they're healing chemicals. They reduce inflammation, they lower cortisol, your stress hormone, they support brain function. But most importantly, they reconnect you to you. You stop feeling invisible, you start feeling alive again. Let's get into what actually happens when you masturbate, especially later in life. First, blood flow. As we age, circulation becomes a huge issue, for heart health, brain health, even skin health. Masturbation increases blood flow to vital organs, including the brain and reproductive system. This means more oxygen, more nutrients, and better overall function. Second, hormones. For women after menopause, estrogen drops. For men, testosterone dips. This affects everything from mood to metabolism. But studies show that regular sexual activity, solo or with a partner, can help stabilize these hormones, even stimulate new production. Third, sleep. A massive issue for older adults. Masturbation helps release melatonin, your sleep hormone, and oxytocin, which makes you feel calm and secure. That's why people often fall asleep right after, not because it's boring, but because it works. Fourth, pain relief. Endorphins released during orgasm are natural painkillers. For people with arthritis, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, or even headaches, masturbation can be more effective than over-the-counter meds. Fifth, brain health. New research shows that sexual activity in older adults correlates with better memory, improved focus, and even protection against dementia. Addressing loneliness and fears. Let that sink in. Touching yourself can help protect your brain. Now tell me again why we're not talking about this. Beyond the body, there's something deeper. Loneliness. After 60, loneliness becomes a silent epidemic. Partners pass away, friends move, children get busy, days become longer, nights feel colder. Masturbation isn't a replacement for love, but it's a reminder that you are still worthy of love, of pleasure, of tenderness. It can bring you back into your body, when so much of aging makes you feel out of your body. It can soften depression, ease anxiety, and give you a sense of control again, over a body that sometimes feels foreign. Let me tell you about George. George is 76, divorced, retired, quiet life. He never talked about sex, especially not after 60. But after a random article he read online, he decided to try. He said the first few times felt weird, even sad, like he was grieving something he thought he'd lost. But then, something changed. He started to feel again. Desire, energy, even joy. He started painting again, calling old friends, going for walks. That's the ripple effect. When you reclaim one part of your life, the others start waking up too. Now let's talk about the fears. What if it's wrong? What if someone finds out? What if I have a heart issue or medical condition? These are valid questions. Alright, so let's dive into some practical advice and encouragement. First, it's not wrong, it's normal. Medical professionals, from geriatricians to urologists to sex therapists, agree that masturbation is a healthy, natural part of aging. Second, privacy matters. Create a space for yourself. Lock the door, dim the lights. Take your time. Third, if you have a heart condition, consult your doctor. Not because masturbation is risky, but because any form of physical activity should be approached with care. Most will tell you it's not only safe, it's recommended. And then there's the question, what if I don't feel anything anymore? That's okay too. Nerves may dull, hormones may shift, but pleasure can be relearned, rediscovered. Start slowly. Use touch, breath, fantasy. Explore without pressure. There's no race, no right way, just your way. And for those with limited mobility or pain, there are tools, lubricants, vibrators, cushions, designed specifically for seniors. Yes, they exist. Yes, they help. If you're watching this as a son, daughter, or caregiver, listen closely. Sexuality doesn't retire, and ignoring that fact can cause harm. Your parents, your grandparents, they still need touch, intimacy, connection. And while that might feel awkward to acknowledge, it's part of respecting their dignity. Don't make them feel ashamed. Don't joke or dismiss it. Create space for openness, privacy, even encouragement. Because an elder who feels connected to their body is more likely to take care of their mind, their health, their life. As we wrap up, remember that embracing sexuality in our later years is not only possible, but essential for overall well-being. Whether you are experiencing this journey yourself or supporting a loved one, approach it with compassion, openness, and a willingness to explore. Let's break the taboos, foster understanding, and create a world where everyone, at any age, can enjoy a fulfilling and healthy intimate life. Thank you for watching and take care. Here's the bottom line. Masturbation after 60 isn't just okay. It's necessary, not in the way society sensationalizes sex, but in the deeper, quieter, more sacred way of self-care. It's medicine. Honest-to-goodness medicine. Not sold in a bottle or prescribed in a pharmacy, but made by your own body, in your own time, in your own sacred space. For your brain, to awaken those sleepy synapses, to reintroduce your mind to joy, memory, and imagination. For your body, to stimulate circulation, maintain hormonal balance, and remind your nerves what it means to feel, really feel. In a world that often forgets aging skin still hungers for touch. For your heart, not just the organ, though that benefits too, but your emotional heart. The part of you that has felt loss, grief, distance, silence. Touching yourself can remind that heart, I am here, I matter, I still have worth. It's a daily act of defiance against invisibility, because when the world tries to push you into the background, becoming intimate with yourself pulls you forward again, into your own light. It's not just a quiet revolution, it's a personal declaration. A refusal to fade away. You are not past your prime. You are the sum of your experiences, your lessons, your aches, your resilience, and your pleasure too. And pleasure doesn't expire. It evolves. It deepens. It becomes more meaningful. As we come to the end of our journey together, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. This isn't just about understanding the science, it's about applying it to your life. So, what will you do differently today? How will you take this newfound knowledge and make a change? The power is in your hands. Let's make it count. So the next time you feel a flicker of embarrassment or shame, pause. Remember Grace, who reclaimed her joy after widowhood. Remember George, who touched his way back to creativity and purpose. Remember the science, the dopamine, the oxytocin, the endorphins, the truth. But above all else, remember yourself. You are not done yet. You are not broken. You are not irrelevant. You are still here, with breath in your lungs and warmth in your hands. You are still alive, still worthy, still a universe of possibility, still beautiful in ways no mirror can reflect. So go ahead, love yourself fully, bravely, tenderly, without apology. And if this video moved you, touched something deep inside you, share it. Let others know they're not alone. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's build a space where truth has no age limit, and where pleasure is honored as the healing force it truly is. Take care of yourself, inside and out. We'll see you in the next one.